Yeah, good morning from all around the world, depending on where you're watching me from. Welcome to our live broadcast today on Living to the Fullest. My name is Pastor Isaiah James. We are still on the secret number two to Living to the Fullest. I want to take time out to appreciate everyone who watched the last video I did on starting secret number two. I want to also thank everyone who make a purchase, who make an order of the book, The Secret of Money Magnet. As I promised, I'm going to be teaching you all from the book, The Secret of Money Magnet, The Secret to Build Great and Sustainable Wealth. So today in that quest, we are going to look briefly into a topic, very briefly, building the culture of wealth and investment, building the culture of savings and investment. Last week, I did an introduction with us on taking practical steps to prosperity. If you want to build a culture of wealth, which will help you to be financially free, I just want you to pay more attention to me and follow this series of teachings that I'm going to do with you throughout this secret to this series to building a great and sustainable wealth. It's going to help you to escape a financial pitfall and also help you to be effective in your finances. You see, I told us, as I write in my books, I told us previously that if you're free financially, if you don't have financial worries, you're going to have focus to plan other areas of your life and attend to other projects that you want to and also achieve your goals, your visions, your passions. You go after your dream and dedicating great times to pursuing your passions, building your hobby and investing more in your family and living a better life. So this series as I'm teaching you, it's very important. It's very vital, to living a successful life. I take a series of studies on finances. I realize that many percentage of the population of the world are going through financial turmoil. Even as we are talking to you now, a lot of countries are in financial crisis, economic downtime everywhere, and people are just striving to survive financially. People are going through paycheck to paycheck. People are living from hands to mouth. So it's very necessary that I bring up these teachings to you now. It's also very necessary that you buy my book, The Secret of Money Magnet, and read it and put those knowledge into practice and be very intentional and very meticulous about your financial life. So today I'm going to speak to you on the topic building the culture of savings and investment, building the culture of savings and investment. A lot of people does not have a culture on their savings. Many people doesn't know how much to save, what percentage of their money, what percentage of their income, their profits to save or what to invest. So I'm going to take you step by step in this series, and I want you to follow it through and pay more attention to it. But a couple of things I want you to know before I dive into it is that wealth is a culture that must be built. And many people believe in luck, just sleeping and waking up into wealth. Life in the physical life is not like that. Even people who were born into a rich and wealthy family still need to build a culture of savings and investment to sustain the wealth they were born to see. If you were born into zero or you were born into minus, what I mean by zero or minus is you were born into a family that doesn't have a foundation of wealth. You didn't born to see any money left over or any wealth or something you can stand as a basis or a foundation for you to start with. I want you to pay more attention to building a culture of savings and investment. Then for you to rise from that such a foundation into a place whereby you can stand to be financially free, you have to be very disciplined and be very intentional about step by step process you take to build your wealth. You have to build it as a culture. You have to make it a habit to save and invest bit by bit, bit by bit until your money accumulates into what will give you a financial freedom, into what you can leverage on, and then you don't have to worry about money anymore. So you need to understand that wealth is a culture. Wealth creation is a culture that must be built through savings and investments. It must be built through savings, money you make from your profits, money you make from your salary, money you make from your wages, from your labor. You have to be intentional about building it step by step, following the process I'm going to teach you in this series. Okay, so becoming financially free is not a miracle. It's not a luck. It's a hard work. We have to work for it. We have to build it. You have to be disciplined over your spending, disciplined over your savings, disciplined over your investment to be able to arrive at a place of financial freedom. So, briefly, how do you build a culture of savings? How do you build a culture of savings? I told us in my previous video that a part of what you earn is yours to keep. So, how to build a culture of saving is to keep some part of your earnings for your future, to keep some part of your earning for your future. A culture that quote again from that ancient knowledge that a part of what you earn is yours to keep. This is the pay you self second principle. They pay me first principle is that you pay to God first. I know we are living in a culture in a time where people are rising against tithing. Um it is so ridiculous. It is so heartbreaking that a lot of people are rising against a culture that we were born to see that is very vital in our Christian walk. But well, in my teachings, in my ministry, I don't strive with people. If you don't believe in tithing, there's no problem. But tithing is pay God first principle. By the time you master pay God first principle, you have to pay yourself second. Pay me, pay yourself second principle is keeping a part of what you earn. A part of what you earn is yours to keep. A part of what you earn is yours to keep. So you have to keep a part of what you earn. This is your pay you second principle. When you pay God first from your tithe, when I teach people in my ministry, I let people to understand that tithing is a discipline God has put in place. If you are not disciplined in paying your tithe, you will not be disciplined in keeping a part of what you earn to yourself. A lot of people who criticize tithing in this time, if you look strictly into their financial life, they are struggling with habit, a culture of savings. Well, that's not the issue. So if you don't believe in tithing, there's no problem. But believe in paying yourself, keeping a part of what you earn for yourself, so you can build a culture of savings and investment to be able to arrive at a place of financial freedom. So, for you to be able to build a culture of savings, you must be disciplined over part of your money, keeping part of your money. So, in this process, you need to understand that 10 to 50% of your salary, of your wages, of your profits, of your income should go to work for you. If you must build a culture of savings and principle and investment whereby you'll be able to arrive at a place of financial freedom, you must understand that 10 to 50% of your salary, of your income, of your profit should be kept so that you can commit it to investment. Investment is simply making your money to work for you. In this process, I'm going to teach you a couple of investment opportunity that you can go into. Okay, so you need to understand that 10 to 50% of what you earn should be kept in your savings. When I talk about savings, I'm going to speak about the savings in detail about five most important savings you must do. We have individual savings, okay? When we talk of savings, a lot of people understand savings in a very shallow way, like they just put their money into their bank account, they call that savings. Well, that's not savings, they just dump the money there. There are times before the next paycheck arrives, they have used the money out. That's not savings, okay? That's not savings. I'm going to teach you five most important savings you're going to do in this series. So money in your purse. A lot of people put money in their purse. They call that saving. They just put that money in their bank account. If anything happens, they just touch the money. That's not savings. At times before the next paycheck arrives, before the next month arrives, that the next salary comes in, that money they call savings has been used off, has been finished. That's not savings. We have two forms of savings actually. Like how do I put it? I call it kinds of savings. We have individual savings and temporary savings. Savings for gratification, savings for putting your money in the purse. Individual savings is savings that you put aside for some reasons. Those ones you don't touch it, no matter what happened. It's a local area. Okay, at times you are in a complete blackout of an individual savings. Individual savings is how to put you in a blackout whereby you don't have access to touching the money. You don't have access to touching the money. Okay, so saving on a day-to-day work is the money you put in whereby you can just lay hand to solve an immediate problem. But money in the purse is only gratifying to the soul. When you don't put your money in individual savings, you're putting it in the purse, and this is what many people understand as saving, which is not actually savings. They put money in the purse, they just call that savings. That's not savings. So put more of your money into your savings plan and less in your purse for immediate and easy spending. Um, Indefinite savings is putting it in a saving plan. Okay, indefinite savings is putting it in a saving plan. Okay, when you have a saving plan, that's indefinite saving. Maybe for the next 2 years, for the next 3 years, for the next 1 year, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years. Okay, or years more longer than that, and you have to be in a complete blackout. What I mean a blackout is you don't have access to touch those money in the indefinite savings. Okay, then the other one is saving in your purse. That ones are for immediate gratification. Now, the goal of it is that when you put more money in your indefinite savings, it's going to increase it's going to increase your ability to build wealth in the long run. It's going to increase your ability to build wealth in the long run. Okay, so learn to live according to your purse. When you put money in your indefinite savings and also in your purse, I'm going to teach us some things more detail. I want you to be to take these teachings most seriously if you want to overcome or escape the pitfall of poverty and bankruptcy. Learn to live according to your purse. When you make a plan on your purse, you put money on your saving purse. That's what you need to live until your next paycheck comes in. That's what you need to live until your next salary or your next profit comes in. And that's what eventually have left over after your savings plan. Then you have to learn to live on them. You need to learn to live on them. That's less than what you make, less than your salary. I read a couple of books, a couple of books that said advise a lot of things that people who live on less than their salary are actually not living to the full potential. The truth is that if you spend more than what you make, I explained to us in the last video that if you live more than what you make, you're actually going to go bankruptcy. Remember my statement that you're not rich by how much you make, you're rich by how much you keep. You're rich by how much you're able to keep. Okay, so for you to be able to build your saving culture, you must be able to regulate your savings. You must be able to regulate your expenditure with how much you make. You must make sure that money you spend either in your next paycheck period, that's a period you receive the first check to the next paycheck comes in, or the period you receive your income, your salary, your wages, your labor, whatever it is, okay, that helps you to survive financially. That the period you receive it to the next period, you have to regulate how you live that you don't exceed what actually comes in. So you have to live on less. You have to live less than your salary, less than your paycheck, okay, to be able to regulate your saving ability, to be able to live more than what you make. Okay, so to be able to do that, there are 5 types of savings you must make. There are 5 types of savings you must make. The first type of savings you must make is savings for investment. Remember, a lot of people don't understand how to save. They don't understand what to save. I promise us I'm going to take us on savings and expenditure formula. I'm going to give us a saving and expenditure formula. I'm trying to see how I can make it more flexible, so that once you lay hand on it, you'll be able to run your life with it and run your family with it, irrespective of how much income you make or your family size or your financial need. You'll be able to live by it. Pick the one that suits you and then live by it. But the first type of savings you must make, okay, is savings for investment. Saving for investment. Okay, you look at your life, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 15, 20 years. What kind of investment do you want to go into? Remember, investment is a process, a commitment you have to put money to work for you. Okay, at times it's active investment, at times it's passive investment. What I mean by active and passive investment is active investment is investment that needs your effort. Your presence must be there. You commit your time, your efforts to making it work. Okay, and also your passive investment is an investment that is in on complete blackout. At times the money works for you when your effort is not being included, so you have to save for an investment. Okay, maybe you pay the structure, buy some things that regenerate money for you. Okay, then second saving is savings for future goals and your project. Saving for future goals and your project. Maybe you want to buy a car, you want to build a house, you want to get married, you want to further your education, you want to go on a vacation and a tour, whatever goals and project that you have to make a plan to save on that. Irrespective of how many years it takes, how long it's going to take, but you have to save for your future goals and your projects. The third types of investment you must make is savings you must make is saving for emergency. Saving for emergency. In my savings and expenditure plan, I have drawn already. This is covered. Is for emergency is covered. A lot of people run helter skelter when there's an emergency in their life. For example, accident, for example, health attention, for example, anything that arises in the process of daily living, the process of life. Might be your family, the member of your family falls sick, your children, your wife falls sick, even you, or any emergency. Emergency can be positive, as I explained in my previous video. Emergency can be negative. Okay, so you have to save for emergency. A part of your money, a part of what you earn in monthly period, in weekly period, in daily period, interval, have to go for your saving for emergency. Then you also save for your old age. Save for your old age, save for your wife old age, save for your old age, so that when you grow old, you don't run helter skelter. And the last time is for your family wealth. Save for your family wealth, your family wealth tree. What kind of family future do you want for your family? How much do you want your family to worth? A lot of people here, they say that family is the richest in Nigeria, richest in Africa, or wherever. It's people that make a commitment to that. So you have to save for your family wealth. Okay, so this is the five most important savings you must make. If you must be free financially, you have to make these savings. These savings is very, very important to your daily life. They're very important for your financial freedom. Okay, this is how I'm going to take on you today. Make a commitment to build a saving culture and an investment culture. I'm going to continue from this next tomorrow in my next video with you. Thank you very much for staying tuned. I'm seeing some people on my live watching me live. I want to take time to appreciate you. Thank you for staying tuned. Please implement this strategy. Make sure you're intentional about your savings, about your income, about your financial life. Don't fail to invest in your financial knowledge. My book, The Secret of Money Magnet, is up for a grab. Grab a copy for yourself. Thank you very much. Please like this video, share this video, discuss it with a friend, listen to them all over and all over again. Like our YouTube channel and get all our videos on Living to the Fullness. Thank you and God bless you. My name is Isaiah James. Thank you for watching till I come your way next time. Have a lovely day.